Good morning, Twin Lakes. Jim Keithley. Little video just to give you an idea, kind of an assessment of where we are on this ongoing battle against the COVID virus and where we are as a club and where we stand. We're watching the president do these daily briefings. I'm certainly not going to do daily updates, but I think it's important to just keep people aware of where we are as a club. It was a very interesting last week, certainly, or at least 6 days. We went through this process of not knowing if we were going to be open. We knew we were in this very gray area of where golf courses stood as far as essential work. And we went from thinking that we were going to be closed to being open, to being shut down, to being opened up again, all within a period of really less than 24 hours. Now, are we essential? I certainly think we are. Being a golf pro, I think golf is a necessary outlet. It gives us an opportunity to get out of the house. We're all cooped up. Gives us some exercise. It certainly helps us mentally to have this opportunity to play golf. So yes, I think we're essential. My guess would be you watching this, a private club member, that you would be under the same thought, right? You want Twin Lakes to be open as well, but we are on very thin ice. We know that. I'm getting daily emails from our local PGA office, which takes their guidance from the PGA of America, who takes their guidance from the federal government, who ultimately is taking their guidance from these World Health Organizations and the CDC. And so we're hearing daily that there are some golf courses out there that aren't abiding by these protocols and guidelines. I want to be the first to say that I'm really proud that we were out in front of this early. When the police officer come into the golf shop on Wednesday and shut us down, as a club, I could say, listen, we were following all of these protocols that were given to us, but some weren't. And we paid the price. And then, 10 hours later, they opened it back up. So the point of this video is, listen, they can shut us down whenever they want. And not only that, they're not going to shut down, say this, just the Carmel or Indiana as a whole. They will shut down individual golf courses. You're being watched, right? You just are. We are in some funny times right now. I think there's two things that you need to assume. And like I said, you're being watched. People are videotaping and people are taking pictures of people on golf courses that are not abiding by these protocols. It's just the way it is, right? I don't care if you agree or disagree. And it may seem like I'm lecturing you, and maybe I am. And that's okay. But if they just extended us another, we're now into April 30th on this quarantine, and that seems like forever, doesn't it? I know it does for me. But it's really not a very long time. But right now, where we sit, it does. It seems like it's a long time. And we need this golf course to be open for these 30 days. And so assume that someone that's taking a run or taking a jog is videotaping you or taking a picture of you if you're not using social distancing, if you are touching someone else's golf ball, whatever it is, because the stories are coming around. I'm getting emails every day of stories of things like this happening. And if those videos or pictures end up on the mayor's email or city councilman or wherever, they'll shut us down. Okay, so there's a responsibility there. We as a club have taken this responsibility to heart. Now you as the club member have to do that as well. So assume you're being watched, because you are, right? Second thing, I think just assume you have it. I don't know anything about this, right? I'm a golf pro. I don't know anything about this. So I'm just trying to read as much as I can. And doctors are telling us if you assume that you have it or if someone that you're communicating with has it, you're going to stay away. So assume that. Take that assumption. Now, observations over the weekend. We've been open for 4 or 5 days. As I said, it's a great thing, but that privilege can be pulled from us in a heartbeat. So some of the observations that I saw are these. We can't gather on the putting green. If there are 2 or 3 people on a putting green, you're not allowed. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. If we get 5, 6, 7, 10 people on a putting green, the optics of that is terrible. Social distancing, what does that mean? It's something that we never even heard of 6 weeks ago, and now it's just right on the tip of our tongue all the time. One of our members, and I love this, and I won't give you a name, he said if you are a putter length apart, okay, here's a putter that was just on a stand, if you can reach out and touch someone with your putter, you're probably too close to them. If we're on a golf course, that seems relevant to me, that we can use a club length putter, wedge, whatever. And if you can touch them, you're too close, I think that's brilliant. That's great guidelines to follow through. So no gathering on the putting green. We can't gather at the first tee. If there's already a foursome or a threesome or a twosome or even a single at the first tee, stay away. Stay back over 100 feet away from them until they clear. Now, PGA of America has recommended that we give a 15-minute gap in between tee times. Now, we're not taking tee times here at Twin Lakes, and that's fine. And I think that 15 minutes is more for the public facility. But I would say give that group 10 minutes before they clear the tee. So they're now walking and they're out in the middle of number 1 fairway before you even go over there. Okay? So a 10-minute separation. Carts. Can't take carts anymore, right? Unless you have a privately owned cart. And they're telling us, make sure you tell your members 1 person per cart. Now, if your spouse is with you or your child, that's fine. They can ride with you if they live with you. If they're in your immediate family, that's fine. Some things that we saw last weekend is that we saw 2 people in carts that weren't immediate family, and we saw some people riding off the back. Can't do it. Just looks bad. Okay? Doesn't matter how you feel about the matter. Just doesn't. It matters what local government feels. So 1 person to a cart unless it's your spouse or your child. Okay? Funny times. I never thought I would have to put a video together like this and send out to you. But the last thing in the world I want is to be that golf pro that has to reach out to their membership and saying, local officer just shut us down again, right? And I know you don't want that. I know you don't want that. 30 days is a long time, but we're going to get through this. And if they tell us an additional 30 days beyond that, and I hope not, but it's possible, we have to do our part, right? So enough of the lecturing. We're all in this together, right? The golf staff and Twin Lakes management is going to do their best to keep you abreast of all the happenings, but do it for yourselves. This is for you guys. So keep that golf course open. If you have any questions, I'm easy to find. Stay safe. We'll see you soon.